I respect your time, so let me give you this news straight. No fluff, no distractions. A new feature on X just exposed something that political analysts have been warning about for years. Dozens of massive MAGA accounts, the ones with hundreds of thousands of followers claiming to be patriotic Americans, have been revealed to be run from Nigeria, Bangladesh, India, Thailand, Eastern Europe, Russia, and other foreign countries. The feature shows where accounts were created by clicking on their join date, and what investigators found was stunning. An account calling itself MAGA Nation with nearly 400,000 followers claiming to be the patriot voice for the people is actually based in Eastern Europe. An account literally named America First with 67,000 followers turns out to be operating from Bangladesh. Let me repeat that, Bangladesh. And here's where it gets even worse. An Ivanka Trump fan page with 1 million followers posting about the dangers of Islam is run from Nigeria. These accounts post pro-Trump content all day. Recycled news clips, polls, outrage bait, anything to drive engagement. You see the pattern, right? Support the channel, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what you think is really going on here. This happened over the weekend when X rolled out its About This Account feature, and users immediately started checking where their favorite political commentators were really posting from. What they discovered wasn't just surprising, it was a massive red flag about foreign influence. Researchers at NewsGuard affirmed that Track's online misinformation identified several popular accounts purportedly run by Americans interested in politics that were instead based in Eastern Europe, Asia, or Africa. Just imagine that for a second. You're reading what you think is authentic American political commentary. You're engaging with it, sharing it, believing it. And now listen carefully. The accounts share similar features, generic pro-America imagery and photos of Trump, his family, or members of his administration. The posts are about news of the day, recycled clips from other media outlets, and questions or polls to encourage responses, engagement that can lead to higher payouts from X. That's right, this isn't just about politics, it's about money too. Certain content creators are paid for tweets that drive engagement on the platform, which gives them a financial incentive to cash in on the divisive nature of American politics. For those in countries like Nigeria or Bangladesh, the American dollars paid by X for their work can make a big difference to their lives. So we've got two motives working together here: political manipulation and financial profit. Some of these operators might be aligned with governments hostile to American interests. Others just discovered that pretending to be MAGA patriots is a lucrative business model. An account with Charlie Kirk's photo in the profile says it is based in a non-EU Eastern European country. And these aren't small accounts. These are influencers with massive reach. The use of imposter accounts on social media to manufacture support for an individual or an ideology has long been observed online in America and across the world. This isn't new, but now we can actually prove it. You won't believe this. The accounts were leading disseminators of some misleading and polarizing claims about American politics, including ones that said Democrats bribed the moderators of a 2024 presidential debate. That means foreign actors were directly shaping American political discourse, pushing conspiracy theories, driving division. Intelligence officials and cybersecurity experts have long warned about how inauthentic social media accounts can drive foreign influence campaigns. We're not talking about a handful of bot accounts here. We're talking about a coordinated ecosystem. When Elon Musk took over Twitter in 2022, he promised to address the issues of bots on the platform, conducting several purges early in his ownership of the company that took down many accounts. Several studies have shown, however, that suspected inauthentic activity on the platform has remained at persistent levels since Musk bought Twitter. Think about that. All those promises about cleaning up the platform, and the problem is still massive. In 2024, the anti-disinformation tech company Ciabarra found at least 20% of the accounts interacting with Musk's own account following the presidential election were bots. 20%. What do you think? Is this negligence or something else? Here's what makes this particularly dangerous. Chris Krebs, former director of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, told CBS News these types of accounts are fueled by public interest in current events and America's highly polarized politics. They exploit division. They feed on outrage. And now, listen carefully. The Center for Information Resilience, an independent nonprofit research organization, flagged the use of fake accounts to bolster the MAGA movement during the 2024 election. So experts were warning about this in real time, and it kept happening. X's revenue sharing program for large content creators gives these foreign operators additional motivation beyond pure political influence. It's a perfect storm. Financial incentives meeting political manipulation. The implications for the feature go beyond exposing foreign accounts trying to profit from influencing American politics. This affects everything, from how lawmakers perceive public opinion to how regular people understand what's happening in their country. Let me repeat that. When a senator sees thousands of angry tweets about an issue, they might not realize half of them are coming from Bangladesh or Nigeria. Journalist and Midas Touch co-founder Brett Meiselas said in a video posted to social media, "Think about the foreign influence operations that are happening right now on this app. Think about the lawmakers who feel pressured by accounts like this. Just imagine that for a second. Policy decisions influenced by fake voices from foreign countries. What we're looking at here is a fundamental crisis of authenticity in political discourse. When you can't trust that the voices you're hearing are even from your own country, how can you have genuine democratic debate? This isn't about left versus right anymore. This is about foreign actors exploiting American divisions for profit and political gain. The fact that these accounts chose to pose as MAGA supporters tells you something important. They identified that content as the most effective vehicle for driving engagement and sowing discord. They studied American politics and found the pressure points. And here's what really gets me. These operators are laughing all the way to the bank while Americans tear each other apart online thinking they're fighting their fellow citizens. The technology exists to verify accounts properly. The will to implement it consistently, that's another question entirely. This revelation should be a wake-up call for everyone, regardless of political affiliation. When foreign influence operations can reach millions of Americans while posing as patriotic voices, we've got a serious problem with information warfare on our hands. So here's my question for you. How much of what you see online do you think is authentic? How many of the accounts you follow might be foreign operations? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this conversation is far from over. If you value honest reporting that cuts through the noise and shows you what's really happening, hit that subscribe button right now. We need more people paying attention to this. Listen, before we go further, I need to talk to you about something important. Creating content like this isn't easy. Every single video requires hours of fact-checking, verifying sources, cross-referencing data to make sure I'm not feeding you nonsense. In a world drowning in fake news and foreign propaganda, as we just saw, doing this work properly takes serious time and resources. I could cut corners, I could just regurgitate whatever gets clicks, but that's not who I am. I left state media because I chose truth over convenience, and I'm committed to bringing you real, verified information you can trust. But here's the reality. I can't do this alone. If you find value in what we do here, if you appreciate having someone who actually checks the facts before hitting publish, please consider supporting the channel. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you're able, become a sponsor. Your support, even just a few dollars a month, keeps this operation independent and lets me spend the time necessary to dig deep and verify everything. It means I answer to you, not to advertisers or political interests. Together, we can fight back against the manipulation and misinformation. Thank you for being here.